Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video I am going to show you how to set up Active Directory in Windows Server 2019 with the help of PowerShell. So let's begin. I am using here Windows Server 2019 Data Center Edition. I am going to quickly show you the version number here. So this server is Windows Server 2019 Data Center Operating System version 1809. Now I am going to quickly show you the machine which is part of work group now, and I am going to make it as a domain controller. So you can see that this machine is part of work group and the computer name is DC. DC means domain controller. So there are a couple of prerequisites that we need to have in order to make this computer a domain controller. So first thing is we need to install a server class operating system. Here we are using Windows Server 2019 Data Center Edition. We can also install on Windows Server 2019 Standard Edition. The next prerequisite is Active Directory topology. In this video, I will create cluster.com. This will be our domain name, and this will be the forest root domain. The first domain controller in the forest will always hold 5 FSMO roles. FSMO means flexible single master operation. So I will talk about more on FSMO roles in my future videos. If you have additional domain controller, then you can place those domain controller in appropriate location. Third prerequisite is Active Directory ports are open. So there are few ports that we need for replication and authentication. For example, Active Directory will use LDAP port number 389, Kerberos port number 88, DNS port number 53, RPC Endpoint Manager port number 135, Global Catalog LDAP port number 3268, SMB over IP port number 445, etc. The next prerequisite is we need to install the latest Windows security patches. I have already installed the latest security patches on this server. And the last prerequisite should be we need to assign static IP address, and I have also assigned static IP address on this machine. So these are the prerequisites. Next is we will go ahead and install the Active Directory domain services role. So I have already logged in as a local administrator and I have already configured static IP address for this machine. Now I am going to open the PowerShell prompt and I am going to type the command. So I am going to install the ADDS role now and I am going to type the command here. So the command will be install hyphen Windows feature space hyphen name space ad domain hyphen services space hyphen include management tools, then hit enter. Now we can see the progress bar and it's started the installation now. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Now we can see that the installation is successful and restart is no, because the reboot is not required now. The next step will be the ADDS configuration. So I have already noted down the command here. So I am going to copy paste the command and I will explain about all the parameters in details. So now I am going to copy this. Now I am going to copy this code and I am going to paste here. Then I am going to run this command. Then you can see that it is asking for safe mode administrator password. So I am going to enter one complex password. It will ask to confirm the safe mode administrator password. It will ask that do you want to continue with this operation? So you click on yes to all. Now you can see that it is validating environment and user input, verifying prerequisites for domain controller operation. All tests completed successfully. Starting new forest. So let's wait for couple of minutes. It is asking that you are about to sign out. The computer is being restarted because Active Directory domain services was installed or removed. So the computer will be restarting now. Now you are able to see that the machine is restarted and it's updating the group policy. So it's waiting for the group policy client. Now you can see that the machine is rebooted and it's loading the server manager now. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes to load it completely. So now what we can do is we can go to the computer properties now. You can see that the full computer name is changed to dc.cluster.com and the domain is cluster.com. So we have successfully installed the Active Directory domain services role. So now we are going to confirm with couple of commands. But before that, I am going to explain the parameters that I have used in my PowerShell command. So the first parameter that I have used is domain name, and this is very easy to understand that this parameter we can define the fully qualified domain name for the Active Directory domain, and we are using here cluster.com. The next is create DNS delegation. We can define with this parameter whether to create DNS delegation for Active Directory integrated DNS or not. Okay, and here we are mentioning as false because we are not creating any DNS delegation here. The next parameter is database path. So this parameter is to store the path for Active Directory database file, which is ntds.dit. So this is the location of the path. The next parameter is domain mode, and domain mode is the value that I have given is 7. So domain mode is domain functional level. We can define domain functional level. So 7 means Windows Server 2016, and please note that Windows Server 2019 doesn't have separate domain functional level. So this is domain mode. The next parameter is domain NetBIOS name. So this parameter defines the NetBIOS name for forest root domain. So here the NetBIOS name that I have given as example. So here I can use any name, any NetBIOS name. Okay. So this will be used for our NetBIOS resolution. The next is forest mode. Forest mode is to define the forest functional level, and here also I have used 7. 7 means Windows Server 2016. And please note also that for 2019 server there is no separate forest mode, forest functional level. The next is install DNS. Install DNS means we can install DNS role with Active Directory domain controller. For new forest, default is true. This is for new forest, and the default, the value will be set as true. Next parameter is log path. Log path is the location to save the domain log files, and the location is C Windows NTDS. The next parameter is no reboot on completion. No reboot on completion is using this parameter we can prevent automatic system restart. So here I have put true. So it will not automatically restart. System will not automatically restart. The next parameter is sysvol path. Sysvol means system volume. System volume path is for used to define the sysvol folder path. Default is C Windows sysvol. We are using the default path here. The next parameter is force. Force is to ignore the warning message. So this is the explanation of all the parameters that I have used. Now here I have already rebooted my domain controller. Now I am going to confirm the installation. So here I am going to PowerShell command, PowerShell prompt again. And here I am going to type some command, and the command is get hyphen service space ADWS comma KDC comma net logon, comma, DNS. Then press enter. You can see that all these services, it will list down all the Active Directory related services, and all these services are running. Active Directory web services, DNS server, Kerberos key distribution center, net logon, these services are running. The next command that I am going to run is get hyphen ad domain controller and hit enter. So this command will list down the all the configuration details of the domain controller. You can see all the configuration of the domain controller. The next command that I am going to use is get hyphen ad domain space cluster.com and hit enter. This command actually will list down all the details of AD domain, Active Directory domain. The next command that I am going to use is get hyphen ad forest and hit enter. This will list down the details of Active Directory forest. And the last command that I am going to use is get hyphen smb share space sysvol and hit enter. And we can see that the sysvol folder is set as C Windows sysvol, then sysvol. The description is logon server share. So we can see that if the domain controller is sharing the sysvol folder or not. So in this video we have seen that we have successfully installed the Active Directory domain services component, and we have successfully configured also this Active Directory domain services with the help of PowerShell. I hope this video is useful for all the Windows system administrator, and this task actually is not very regular task, and we perform this task very rarely, but I hope that through this video I have helped you to understand the how to install the Active Directory domain services role and how to make the Windows Server 2019 server as a domain controller through the PowerShell command. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching this video and hope to see you in the next video.